Hey, wise, Coach T here with you on today. Listen, I was reminded in the book of Romans, chapter 8:35, that talks about nothing, absolutely nothing can separate us from the love of God. I want to come on today and encourage wise to let your loyalty on this journey be more about your relationship with God. Let your loyalty be about the relationship that you have with God versus what you are looking or expecting God to do in your marriage. Wife, God faithfulness will prevail. God's faithfulness will prevail. And since his faithfulness will prevail, I want to remind you to let your loyalty be about your relationship with God versus your marriage and your husband. Listen, God is a faithful God, and what he said shall come to pass. What he said shall come to pass. And I just want to remind you today, don't allow what's taking place. Don't allow what you see. Don't allow what you're going through. Don't allow the hard times, the tribulations, the hurt, the pain, the grief, the other woman, the strange woman. Don't allow these things to interfere with the faithfulness of our God, because God is faithful. God cannot not keep his word. He has no other choice but to keep his word. And so I want to remind you, let your loyalty not be to, oh, I'm standing for my marriage, or I'm standing for my husband, but let your loyalty be, I'm standing because God has called me to this stand, and I want to get everything it is that he said I can have. I'm standing because God has called me to the stand, and I want to get whatever lesson I need to learn from this. I'm standing not because of my marriage or because of my husband. I'm standing because I am simply being obedient to God. Your loyalty, your faithfulness to this journey, your commitment to this journey has to be so much bigger than your marriage and your husband. Because a lot of times what's happening is wives are getting so caught up in their husbands. I have seen wives studying their husbands. They're studying their husbands so much and getting so caught up in his word that they are bypassing. They're missing out. They're missing the revelation that God is trying to even give her. They're missing the things that God is trying to get to her. They're missing out on what God is trying to do. And so many are so caught up in his world, knowing everything that he got going on, knowing everything that he's doing, and you are not even in tune with what God is calling you to. Wives, healing on this journey is not optional. Healing on this journey is not optional. You need to heal in order for you to be able to get to the next place on this journey. There's no way you are going to do this journey well without healing. You need to heal so you can see clear. You need to heal so you can be able to think better. You need to heal so you can be able to pick yourself up and be able to do the next things and the next steps that God is calling you to. Wife, let your loyalty be to God, not to your marriage, not to your husband, because God has something attached to why he's calling you to this stand. God has something attached to why he's calling you to this place. It's not just about my husband. No, wife, this is so much bigger than this. And so many wives are just stuck on, oh, well, God said my husband coming back, and praise Jesus, my husband's coming back. And that's all fine, and that's all gravy. But what about you, wife? What it is that God is trying to get to you? What it is that God wants to show you about you? What it is that God wants you to get on this journey? What lesson is he trying to teach you? What is he trying to bring to pass? What is he trying to bring to you? Don't miss your opportunity, wife. Get in the things that God is trying to give you, because you're so caught up in your husband's world, and you're so caught up in what he's doing. And God, like, I'm trying to bless you with a new job. I'm trying to put some money in your pocket. I'm trying to put you on another level. I'm trying to promote you. I'm trying to get you to that next place. I'm trying to get you this house. I'm trying to get you back in school. I'm trying to get you on another level. But you so caught up in your work. You so caught up in his world. You're missing out on the blessing. You're missing out on the lesson. And I'm encouraging you, wife, don't do that in this season. Don't do that in this hour. if you are ready to start doing your healing and you are ready to start doing your work so you can get to that next place, so you can open up your eyes, so you can start thinking clearer, so you can see a little differently, so you can see exactly what God is telling you to do next. I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to sign up for your Her Bonus Abuse consultation. You can sign up today at www.marriagechroniclesbytanika.com. Blessings.